In just 9 minutes, uncover the shocking truths from Stephen Bartlett's intense conversation with public speaking expert Vin Jiang on the Diary of a CEO. Learn why your voice is killing your respect, the secret tricks that make people listen, and the hidden bias against certain accents. If you've ever been ignored, interrupted, or underestimated, this is for you. Here are 10 key takeaways from the podcast. Takeaway 1. Tiny mistakes that make people dislike you. Many people unknowingly make small communication mistakes that cause others to lose interest in them or even dislike them. One of the biggest mistakes is speaking in a monotone voice. When your voice lacks variation, it sounds robotic and drains energy from the conversation. People are naturally drawn to voices that have emotion and rhythm. Another mistake is speaking too fast. If you rush through your words, people may struggle to follow what you're saying. On the other hand, speaking too slowly can make you sound boring or unsure of yourself. Using too many filler words like yeah, and you know also makes you seem unprepared and less confident. These words clutter your speech and weaken the impact of your message. Lastly, speaking too softly signals a lack of confidence. If your voice is too weak, people may assume that you don't believe in what you are saying, making them less likely to listen. For example, imagine you are at a job interview and you answer a question in a quiet, monotone voice with lots of ums and uhs. The interviewer might think you are nervous or unsure, even if you are the best candidate for the job. But if you answer with a strong, clear voice in a good pace, you will sound much more confident and capable. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 2, the power of vocal image. Your voice creates an impression just like your physical appearance does. People make assumptions about you based on how you sound. If your voice is shaky or weak, people may think you lack confidence. If your tone is too harsh, they may assume you are rude or aggressive. Vin explains that to improve your vocal image, you need to focus on articulation, tone, and pacing. Your articulation should be clear, meaning you should pronounce your words properly. Your tone should match the message you are delivering. Your pacing should be varied, not too fast or too slow. For example, think about a customer service call. If the agent speaks in a dull and uninterested tone, you might assume they don't care about helping you. But if they use an energetic and friendly voice, you are more likely to feel valued and respected. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 3 is why people interrupt you. If you often get interrupted when speaking, it could be because of low vocal and physical presence. When your voice is weak or hesitant, people unconsciously see you as someone they can talk over. One way to fix this is by projecting confidence through your voice. Speak with a slightly louder volume, slow down your speech, and make deliberate gestures. Your body language should also be strong. Stand or sit with an open posture, and use hand gestures to emphasize your points. For example, if you are presenting an idea in a meeting and someone keeps interrupting, instead of speaking softly or getting frustrated, try this. The next time you begin speaking, raise your volume slightly and look directly at the person. Use a confident hand gesture to reinforce your point. This makes it clear that you are in control of the conversation. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 4, the art of handling bullies. One of the most effective ways to deal with bullies is through humor and improvisation. Instead of getting defensive or arguing, you can disarm them by responding in a way they don't expect. Vin suggests using the yes and technique. This means acknowledging what they said, but adding something unexpected that shifts the conversation. For example, if a bully says, "You're so stupid," instead of getting angry, you can say, "You're right. I once spent 10 minutes looking for my phone while I was holding it in my hand." This response takes away their power because they were expecting you to react emotionally. Instead, you turn it into a joke, making them feel awkward. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 5, how melody affects emotions. The way you use melody in your voice can completely change how people feel about what you are saying. A flat, lifeless voice makes it hard for people to connect with you, while a voice with variation in pitch and tone makes you more engaging. Different melodies create different emotions. A deep, slow voice can make something sound serious, while a high, fast voice can make it sound exciting. For example, think about the way sports commentators speak. When a game is at a critical moment, they raise their pitch and speed up their speech. This creates excitement. If they spoke in a dull, even tone the whole time, it wouldn't have the same effect. We're halfway through the video. Thank you for sticking with us this far. If you're enjoying it, please give us a thumbs up and share it in your WhatsApp groups. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to comment below. To see more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Now let's continue with the video. Takeaway 6. What volume says about confidence? Your volume plays a key role in how people perceive you. Speaking too softly makes you seem unsure of yourself, while speaking too loudly can make you seem aggressive. A confident speaker knows how to adjust their volume based on the situation. Vin suggests starting slightly louder than you think is necessary. This helps ensure your voice carries well and makes you sound more authoritative. For example, in a meeting, if you present an idea in a quiet voice, your colleagues might not take it seriously. But if you use a strong, clear voice, people will naturally pay attention and respect what you are saying. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 7. The truth about accents and intelligence. Many people believe that some accents make a person sound smarter, but what truly matters is clarity. Some accents face discrimination, but improving articulation can help anyone be taken more seriously. Vin explains that the way we speak is simply a series of learned behaviors. By practicing clearer pronunciation, you can change how people perceive you. For example, someone who mumbles or speaks too fast might not be understood well, regardless of their accent. But if they slow down and enunciate their words more clearly, they will be much easier to understand. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 8. The best way to start a conversation. Many people struggle with starting conversations beyond basic small talk. Vin suggests using the Halo Buffalo game, where you share one high point of your day, one low point, and one random fact. For example, instead of just saying, "Hi, how are you?" At a networking event, you could say, "My high today is that I got a free coffee. My low is that I was stuck in traffic for an hour. And my buffalo is that I once met a celebrity in an elevator." This makes the conversation more interesting and gives the other person multiple topics to engage with. Now let's move to the next takeaway. Takeaway 9. The secret to holding long conversations. To make conversations last longer and feel more meaningful, use the FORD technique. Talk about family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. For example, instead of asking, "What do you do for work?" which can feel routine, you can ask, "What's something exciting you've been working on?" Or, "What do you love doing outside of work?" This makes the conversation more engaging and personal. Now let's move to the last takeaway. Takeaway 10. The real reason people feel stuck. Many people struggle with public speaking because they believe they are naturally bad at it. Vin explains that confidence is not something you are born with. It is a learned behavior. For example, someone who has always been shy might avoid speaking up in meetings. But if they practice small changes like using bigger gestures and speaking slightly louder over time, they will start to feel more confident. Others will also begin to perceive them as more authoritative. These takeaways provide simple yet powerful techniques that can help anyone improve their communication skills. Small changes in voice, tone, and body language can make a huge impact on how people perceive and respond to you. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a like below and share this video in your WhatsApp groups. You can also discuss about this video by commenting below. To get more such videos in your timeline, press the subscribe button below.